Hey there everyone, welcome back to some more Super Mario Galaxy 2. Last time we got further in World 3, we did Freezy Flight Galaxy and finished up pretty much all of the Prankster Comets that have shown up so far. We've got a few new galaxies we can go to, so we are going to start off first with Haunty Halls Galaxy, our first Boo-themed galaxy of the game, and I really like this galaxy, actually. I'm usually not a big fan of Boo levels in Mario games, but I have to admit I really like the Boo levels in this game. I just think Haunty Halls is pretty fun, and this is gonna be the introduction of the third Yoshi power-up, which introduced all of these a lot earlier than I always think they do. But yeah, it's a pretty neat galaxy. We can see some glimmers of what we're gonna get up to already. But yeah, it's just some floating platforms themed around Boo stuff, but you got these like ghost Octoomba things. It's interesting. It's quite fun. We're gonna have a fun time here. Let's get all these star bits. That way we're gonna be ready to feed the Hungry Luma after this galaxy. You gotta be careful with these guys because they will put their fire onto the ground. You just have to be careful to not get burned by it. I need to be collecting the star bits as I'm going. Alright. That went surprisingly well, I've got to say. I don't think that this galaxy... No, it doesn't have any secret stars, so we can just keep going. It definitely has a comet, which I think the Prankster Comet, or the Comet Medal, is somewhere along this part, which I've always liked this, how it kind of wraps around and goes into the void a little like this. And I'm going to do a risky play here. We're just going to jump over. We're going to avoid this guy. We're going to see if we can make it all the way across before everything is gone. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, the Comet Medal's all the way at the very end of this. That's right. I want this one up. Yeah, you can do this just fine by just walking. I also love how this is yet another galaxy that just uses some Super Mario World music, but kind of orchestrates and remixes it a little bit. I think it's a very good rendition of the Mario World Ghost House theme. We could definitely make it over there already, but considering that those Octoombas are moving around over here, I kind of want to play it a little safer. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and make our way on up. I feel like a lot of the assets from this level in particular, I feel like very similar assets were reused or there was very similar assets or they were reused from this level in 3D Land and 3D World for their Ghost House games, which makes sense since those are the games that came right after Galaxy 2. But they definitely have a lot of similarities. But yeah, the light bulb power up here is pretty fun. Oh, I never noticed how it like has the little paintings show up too. This is kind of a new take on the Matter Splatter Galaxy stuff from the first game. So in that game it was a bit of an auto-scroller type thing, but this time you kind of actively control it, but your radius of light will dwindle with the power-up. Pretty neat. I actually really like the bulb berry, although I think it gets utilized fairly well in the game. I was gonna say it feels a little underutilized, but honestly I think it gets pretty well used. There's another galaxy later on in the game that'll use it a good amount. We'll just keep on making our way towards the star. I think a lot of this is a very similar layout to the Matter Splatter Mansion that was in Ghostly Galaxy in the first game. I'm not entirely sure. I don't... like, a lot of it's definitely different. Like, this is definitely a very different section, but this is very much trying to be something similar to it in a lot of ways. There we go. There's our first star of Haunty Halls. It's not a very long galaxy, that is the main thing about Haunty Halls, but it is quite fun. I think it's got some pretty neat ideas for a Ghost House themed level. 2014. Oh, if only, sometimes if only it could be 2014 again. What was I doing in 2014? Playing a lot of Minecraft. At the end of the year, playing a lot of Smash Bros. On 3DS and Wii U. playing some 3D World earlier in the year since that had come out in 2013. 2014 was just a pretty fun year. Playing Link Between Worlds, oh, that was great. I never finished it that year, though. I got stuck, like, 2 dungeons in the low rule, and I didn't even go and finish that game until, like, 2016, but I had so much fun playing it. Oh, hey, Luigi's here. Hey, bro, you're looking for a star around here, huh? You want me to take over for a while? Yeah. I don't know why I'm reading this dialogue every time, like, it's actually different. Oh, man. I just want to play as Luigi. I'll be honest, in a lot of Mario games, if I can play as Luigi, I usually do, unless I can play as Rosalina. Just because I really like Rosalina. She's one of my favorite Mario characters. So my 3D World playthrough will be very fun once we get around to that. And I already did this in the first star. What's this gonna say? The boos won't hurt you as long as you don't look them in the eye, okay? Teehee. I feel like that was written by a boo. Because if we look them in the eye... I think that sign was written by a boo. Very suspicious. Yeah, another pretty short star with this one. But this one's more about just a random hallway. Skybox is kind of weird from this angle, though. Kind of... Like, we're definitely, like, sideways, but it's very ominous. Although I have to admit, the one thing I do not like about this star is that you're coming towards the camera. Very intentional on this star, probably. But I have to admit, I just don't think running towards the camera in a 3D platformer is almost ever fun. Which I know that a decent amount of levels in like Crash Bandicoot games go towards the camera, like when you're getting chased by boulders and stuff. I haven't actually played the Crash Bandicoot games that much. I've played a little bit of them, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of having to run towards the camera since, you know, 3D platformers, you gotta know where you're jumping. They're already at a disadvantage over 2D platformers where it can be harder to make precise jumps, so I think giving the player those kind of tools is nice. At the very least, you're not making a lot of big blind jumps. Like, this is a very straight corridor right here. And I honestly thought it was longer than that, but yeah, running towards the camera is just something I always find really awkward in 3D platformers. And we'll see if we're getting the Prankster Comet for this galaxy today. I think I'm gonna do the Hungry Luma Galaxy first. I don't know. There's a chance we end up starting, like, getting through one and starting the other today, but we'll see. Of course, we gotta get Luigi's little spiel as usual. Although it might be interesting to go and do the other one, just because I'll be curious to see how the Pro Controller is gonna do with that after seeing how Blizzard went. And you know what, why not? We'll get a couple extra star bits from it too. So let's actually go do the one that's available to us, Rolling Masterpiece Galaxy, which, as you can see, the ball is back! It's back in this game. I actually like the ball though. I don't know why I do, but I can tell you I had some trouble with this level as a kid. Now this level, I definitely remember playing at my grandma's house. I mentioned how I had a vague memory playing Freezy Flake. Honestly, I was probably playing this the same day. I don't know why I remember it so well, but we were going somewhere. I don't remember where we were going, but I just remember beforehand I was playing this level and having a hard time with it for some reason, even though I'd finished it before. First thing you do is jump onto the star ball. Okay, hopefully... Okay, I'm holding the Pro Controller straight up, like in Galaxy 1, so this is good so far. Tilt forward, start rolling forward, use A to jump. You can also switching. Wait, enough chatter, go ahead and give it a try, you'll get the hang of it. I like how you start on basically the same planet as Rolling Green's Galaxy, and then it's just entirely different from here, which... I have to admit, I think Rolling Greens is probably a better introduction to the ball, but this is definitely a far more interesting level than Rolling Greens was. I like the arts and crafts, like, toolkit aesthetic that this level has going, and I I'm going to explore this planet for a second, because I am pretty sure that the Comet medal is on it. Is it in the blue section? No. The red section? The red section's where you start, though. Yeah. Or is it where we finish? It's where we finish. Oh, no, I remember where the Comet medal is now, actually. Never mind. Never mind. We're fine. It's gonna be over there. Yeah, you can see it from here, even. Use these platforms from space junk and ride up the elevator. Kind of like... Wait, was this something you did in Rolling Gizmo? I don't remember. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like I actually have quite a few memories playing this when I was younger, but I can't recall all of them. It's funny, I can very clearly recall some of the missions and like when I did them and where I was or like what I was doing that day. It's like, this is definitely one of my most memorable games. I mean, like I said, this game is pretty much responsible for me loving video games as much as I do this in Galaxy 1, so... I have to admit, I feel like it's a little harder to control this ball with the Pro Controller. Especially with this guy. This is the Silver Chomp. It actually does target you and home you, but it's like fighting a bully in Mario 64. Just jump into it and you'll eventually knock it off the edge. Although I remember this thing, like I do remember being stuck on this level for like a few days because I couldn't beat that stupid Silver Chomp at the end. There we go, pretty short mission, but a pretty fun one. Like I said, I like the ball levels. I actually think they're surprisingly fun. I think all the, like, Galaxy 2 I think actually does a really good job with the motion control missions because I think Blizzard's a lot better than the Manta Ray, just because the levels are much more visually interesting. The ball levels I still think are pretty fun. I enjoyed them in the first game, but I like them in this one too. And they got rid of the bubble, and the bubble was definitely my least favorite one of them, so... looks like we got Haunty Halls' Comet. Yeah, I kind of mentioned before... Oh, it's just for the Luma. Okay. This is always the same letter, I believe. You're safe with your new friend. I hope the attached item is helpful. May the stars shine down on you. Cool. More star bits, please. Yeah, I think I mentioned either last time or the part where we collected a bunch of Comet stars. I will probably do a full galaxy, and then we'll go to another one, get a star, and then the Comet for the previous one will show up, so... we can't really do anything else in Rolling Masterpiece for the time being. So let's go ahead and go to Haunty Halls. I want to say the way it works is that every Comet medal, like, corresponds to another Comet in some other galaxy. But I might be completely wrong about that. I genuinely have no idea how it works. I just know, pick up Comet medal, pick all of them up, you get all the comets to show up. And that's all you really need to know, and you'll get all the stars. Looks like it's just a cosmic clone chase through this part. It's not too bad. Okay, let's do that. That was very, very close. I didn't even notice that if you bounce on these guys, it actually turns them the opposite direction. Look at that, huh? I have never noticed that. I'm learning some new stuff myself this playthrough. I thought I knew just about every reasonable thing you could know about this game, but... And I do want to point out, like, if there's anything interesting that I gloss over, little facts that you know that maybe I never bring up, please share them. I would love to hear them. I always want to learn more about this game, so I would love to hear it. I'm gonna definitely cover a few Easter eggs, like, don't you worry, I'm gonna show that one in World 5 that pretty much everyone knows about, but it's fun anyway. And some other stuff, as long as I remember it. But there we go, Haunty Halls is complete for now. 52 seconds, very short star. And see, look at that, there's the Rolling Masterpiece Comet. So we can go do that. That leaves the Hungry Luma open still. We're making nice progress. I think this is the fourth part we're in World 3 for, but considering that we spent a whole part just collecting Comet medals, I'd say we're doing pretty good. I don't want to rush through the worlds too quickly. I've been trying to move at a nice pace through the levels. It just feels like I've been having to move faster because we're just doing a lot of comets. But you'll notice, the planet from Rolling Hills Galaxy is back. Which I think is really neat. Like I said, I love how Galaxy 2 actually overhauls some of the levels for the Prankster Comets. Whether that, even if it is an old planet, it still changes up the level and makes it a little spicier. They got rid of the wood planet that we went on and exchanged it for something old. But let's go down here, because this is why I always think the key is down here, because it's where it is in the speedrun version. We'll just go back the way we came, I guess. You might think, wow, 2 minutes, that really is not much time, but it's definitely shorter with the Rolling Hills planet. Let's do that. Hopefully I don't die on this like I did in my Galaxy 1 playthrough. Because I think that was my first death in Galaxy 1, was Rolling Hills. If I remember right. Okay, let's Uh-oh. Dying on ball levels still. That hasn't changed. Alright, let's not fail this time. Come on, Mario, you T-pose on all of them. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I moved too fast through this part. I'm like, it's a speed run, gotta go fast, but take that part slow, probably. Here we go, okay. I've always been bad at this planet for some reason, so we'll see how this goes. We're gonna just jump over here. I feel like this is actually slightly altered from Green Hills, or Rolling Hills. God, I always say Green Hills because, you know, Sonic. I don't even like Sonic games, but... Okay. Get off my planet. Stay out of my swamp. Stupid chomp. Alright. And there we go. Rolling Masterpiece Galaxy is pretty much done unless we mess up going up the flagpole here. Which hopefully I don't. Just... Ooh. Mario jumped the wrong way. I very much could have. But not too bad indeed. That's the only time that we see the ball for quite a while in this game, if I remember correctly. I can only think of 2 galaxies that it's in, but I might be forgetting about it in one. I'm not sure. I think, yeah, I'm actually gonna end this part here, I think. Maybe a little bit shorter, but I think that's a good spot to end. We'll start off next time with the Hungry Luma and finish World 3, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.